InstaFlockers, Tico decided he wanted to hang out on the chair for a little while, and I thought I'd pop up a surprise live stream. Max is busy nesting in his cage, but I'm just going to let the stream run with Tico looking at the box and exploring for a little bit. He seems content to hang out. Tico's a little unsure about the whole live streaming thing, so no guarantees how long we'll be on, but enjoy. Hi, Asivu. See, we have a few people joining us. This one's going to be quite low-key because Tico's unsure and Tico's not a huge fan of the camera. So I'm actually sitting trying to pretend that there's no camera there. No guarantees how long we're going to be here. Yes, so 2 lives in a row.
Hi.
Hi, Tico. That was very polite saying hi to everybody. No, I'll say boo. Tico's favorite word right now is that little hi you heard. He also likes to tell me to come here, come on up. He likes to tell Max to whisper, occasionally whisker. I want is another favorite of his. He's just a little bit unsure about the stream, but that's okay. Let's see what he does. Hi, Blue Sprite, Lucy, Linus, glad to see you. As we said, this one's just a little bit of a pop-up surprise live stream. Actually, I'll say, Boo, there's a story behind I Want. When Tico was younger, I was trying to teach Tico how to tell me what he wanted. And I would do things such as, I want apple. I want carrot. I want pepper. Tico's pretty intelligent. He paid kind of close attention. And, to begin with, I wouldn't give him anything until he at least made grunt noise in my direction. And one day he came out with, I want. He refused to add anything to the end of that. It was clear to him that I want was the operative term, and he wanted whatever I was holding. He'll even use that if I'm walking past his cage carrying something he wants. He'll just look at me and say, I want. It's quite cute. Hey, Tico, you enjoying yourself? I know, it's kind of scary having a camera pointed in your direction. Oh, that's Tico's other. When he's thirsty, he'll make a drinking sound. He's watching me drink some coffee right now. And he seems to think that maybe he'd like some as well. I'm just going to let him hang out. If he's insistent about wanting water, he'll make the drinking sound at me again. Tico is 24 years old. He's been with me since he was 6 months. So just a wee little baby. Yeah, and you know how cute baby grays are. Dark gray eyes, feet 3 sizes too large for their body, clumsy. It was actually clumsy. Tico was super adorable. I think baby animals of any type, especially baby birds, they're so cute, you just have to go for them.
Oh, are you telling me you do want a drink, honey? How about I go get you
a cup of something. Let me find a cup. Okay. Just water though, okay? You know, Tico, like everybody else, knows how to drink out of cups and mugs and everything else. He does prefer mugs, but let's see if he'll go. Oops, I'm sorry. Did I startle you? A little bit more? You all done? Okay. So you see, he did actually want something to drink. And that's what he was busy telling me with his drinking sound. Tico figured out early on, umins are not very bright, and it's best to be direct with them. Make the sound of what you want. That was pretty cute, Tico. Is that a good drink? You're welcome. So, just gonna adjust the camera a little bit, Tico. It's okay. It's okay. So Einstein would say, don't be scared. Tico, you're starring in your very own live stream. How exciting. Unfortunately, no, Sue, there are no videos of Tico as a baby. I do have some still photos. 24 years ago, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have the ability to take videos the same as we do today. I think any baby bird today has hundreds of videos of them out there. Yeah. So right now you just get stuck with any videos of Tico as an adult. I mean, you know, he's middle-aged, he can be a bit crotchety, can be very hormonal. He's actually looking around a little bit, and if I know his evil little brain, he's looking for a good spot to nest. Yeah, Tico's pretty even-tempered. Tico was not very impressed with me when Max came home. Tico just sort of looked at me as if to say, what are you doing? This thing's noisy. We didn't order one. Yeah, Tico. Yeah, the live stream of Tico is just a bit of a bonus. He's got something on his beak that he's not noticed yet. Hey, Teeks, what's on your beak? Oh, one other thing that Tico likes to do is to talk about his favorite name for himself, which is her grayness. Either her grayness or your grayness. Your grayness. Yeah, now your beak's clean, buddy. That's better. But definitely one of Tico's favorite names for himself. Hi, Tango. Yeah, this was just sort of a last minute idea. Tico wanted to climb all over the chair. I was ready to set up for streaming, and I thought, well, why not? Why not just pop up an ad hoc stream? Tico's not usually a fan of camera. He's a little bit unsure about everything that's going on. But, you know, what the heck? Tango, you know that we are full of surprises. Remember how we're doing the draw with the other video, the other live stream? On the other live stream, we've got that magnet of Max that we're giving away. If you're watching this live stream and you comment either in live or in the comments after the fact, you'll also get an entry into the draw for the magnets. And if you're both, you get 2 entries. So just sort of a little something special from Tico. Tico thinks it's only fair that he gets to participate. Oh. Yeah, Tico really is a strong silent type. When Tico was a baby, we did not know a lot about African greys. And any training happened purely by accident. His cage used to be in the living room, directly behind the couch. Actually, his tree, his perch tree was sitting there. His cage was at the time in the kitchen. It was later moved into a room that we dedicated for the bird room. So they actually had it, all the flock had their own bedroom. They prefer this setup where they're sharing the main room with me. It's a little bit more social for them. But they have their own bedroom. But he was out on the bird tree and it stood right behind the couch. And we were sitting there watching a movie and Tico would make loud noises, and we knew enough that you don't reward behavior you don't want. So every time he made a loud noise, we said, "Whisper!" in a really loud stage whisper. Whisper! And Tico one day picked that one up. And of course, Whisper got greeted with a lot of laughter, especially when it was said in that loud stage whisper. I mean, Whisper is just as loud as any other sound, but he picked up on that one, and he actually figured out that that was what sound you make when other birds are noisy. So he learned to tell other birds to whisper, and he'll sometimes tell people to whisper when they're talking. He wants them to be quiet. And sometimes he'll tell them whisper because it's a fun way of saying whisper. Hi, Alicia. Glad that you're joining us. Yeah, this is just a secondary pop-up live stream. Not sure how long Tico's going to hang out with us on it. He is looking a little bit unsure. But every birdie knows that Tico's not a huge fan of the camera. He does not like the paparazzi birdie. And he is relatively new to hanging out on this particular chair. There's a video on YouTube. I think it's going live this week. I've got a couple that are scheduled. I try to stay ahead of myself by a video or 2 on YouTube. So if life gets busy, I'm not disappointing anybody. But there is, if this one's not released yet, and I don't think it has been, but I think it's coming up early next week, it's a video of Tico on the chair with a squash. He's quite unsure about the chair. He knows he wants the squash, and he's busy circling in trying to figure it out. Alicia, Tico's favorite toys include birdie bagels, bells, and pots and pans. I think it's a gray thing. Grays really like noisy toys, especially anything that jangles. Hey Tico, I've got an idea. Would you like a new toy? Would you like a new toy? Let's move this toy. Hang on, let me grab it. It's a toy with a bunch of birdie bagels. I'm gonna come in really slowly so I don't startle you. There's a toy with birdie bagels. That's Max's toy, but you can have it. Oops, let's move it forward a little bit so we can actually see it. There. Yeah, bagels. Want to chew on some bagels? That's okay. I'm sure Max says it's okay. Box of blocks and a box of bagels. Tangle, I know. Well, honestly, I did not realize that I was going to do a stream until Tico wanted to go hang out on the chair while I was cleaning his cage. And then he wanted to continue hanging out on the chair, so I just popped that up. So you can see there's one of our Christmas toys. That's actually Max's toy, Birdie Bagels, but Max is good enough to share some of the toys. Yeah, Tango, people can watch this after the fact as well. That's one of the cool things with the streams. Last stream I was talking a little bit about how YouTube counts watch hours and everything. They have a number of different tiers, and I totally understand the way that they do things. Before you can even do a live stream, they change things all the time, so this may have changed. So I might be out to lunch. But before you can even do a live stream, you need to have a certain number of followers on your channel. And there are different tiers of followers. Right now, I think we're at about 1,300, 1,400 followers. I honestly would have to go check. And we're at about 2,500 watch hours on average a year. Now, our watch hour average has been going up because we've been doing a lot more videos, but live streams, while they're running live, do not actually count towards the follower number. Views of the live stream after the fact, however, do count towards the follower number. Oh, poor Max. Poor Max. How about I get you something, Max? Are you looking for a fresh newspaper? There you go. Yeah, because it's cage playtime. It's Tico's turn. Hi. Hi. That's right, Tico. It's your special turn. So, if you're watching this live, I mean, I certainly appreciate it, and I enjoy hanging out with everybody live, but it does not actually count towards watch hours. So that might mean that you hang out with me an hour a week, but it's not counted towards watch hours. However, anything that's watched after it's been processed and published, so this video, if you watch it after the fact, say in an hour's time, and you rewatch it, that will count towards watch hours. So YouTube has sort of a weird algorithm that way. I find it a little bit frustrating. But every video that you watch counts towards watch hours, counts towards averages. You know, if you're just hanging out, making dinner, and you want to watch some videos, we've got some fabulous watch list set up that you can just stream one of them. We've got one for live streams. We've got another for some of the scripted videos. Another if you like Tico, some that are more Max based on musings. But you can watch those, and that all will count towards our watch hours as well. So that definitely helps us out. Certainly likes on the channel help us out. Subscriptions help us out. Subscriptions help you out as well. If you hit that little bell and subscribe, you will see all of our new videos. You'll see when we decide to pop up live. Hi, Connie. Yeah, and you'll see when we decide to surprise you with the surprise live chat. So what I'm trying to do with the channel right now, you've probably noticed that we're changing around the format of Max's musings a little bit. Max's musings used to just be that full recap of the week, and they were getting a little bit long. Some of them were getting 10 minutes long, and some people wanted shorter musings. So we changed it around a bit so that we were dividing it on weeks where it was longer into 2 videos. But we got a bit of feedback where people were saying, hey, what about
longer videos of the same thing. I could watch Max chewing on blocks for 2 or 3 minutes. That would be a little bit more fun and just seeing progression rather than, you know, little snips of 30 seconds at a time. So what we're trying, and you know, we're trying this, does not mean it's set in stone. It means we want to know what you like, and if you like it, we'll keep it. If you want us to go back to the old format, we'll do that as well.
Right.
But what we're trying to do is we're trying to do short videos that are just sort of focused around a theme. And not narrated, but just sort of, you know, watching, say, Tico hang out with a box of blocks, or watching Max play toss, you know, walking with snow. A number of clips of Max when I took him outside, just sort of good little bits of when we were wandering around outside and he was checking out the snow, barking at the neighbors, barking at the snow, telling me he wanted to go back in. So sort of the, you know, just sort of the highlights of that particular little trip outside. So just trying that as a little bit of a new format. And my goal, at bare minimum, you're going to see 1 live stream and 1 video from us a week. But with the new format, I'm definitely aiming at doing multiple videos a week. So as long as my schedule permits it, I'm going to try to get 2 or 3 videos up a week of the new style, 1 live stream. And then if you've been on the channel for a while, you know we also do some of the scripted videos. Sometimes they're collaborations, sometimes they're just a bit of fluff, a bit of fun. There's lots of stuff that we do with them, and they take a lot of work. You know, I won't lie. Some of the collaboration videos, some of the Christmas collaboration videos, you know, I can spend 5 or 6 hours just putting out that one relatively short video, finding the right clips, getting the narration to work, coordinating with contributors. So a lot of time goes into them. And I mean, a labor of love. I definitely enjoy doing it. And scripted ones tend to be a little bit more humorous. You know, one that's quite popular is Max and the Garbage Monster. This horrible monster, this black, you know, he demands the black bags, and we call him the Garbage Monster. And the Garbage Monster happens to demand regular feedings of the contents of the parrot's cages. So Max works super hard on a nest, and the Garbage Monster demands a tribute, and the cage gets cleaned. How terrible is that? You know, but we try to make it a little bit of fun. We have another one where the parrots solve the work problem. I'll tell you a little bit about that one. They figure out how to win the lottery. They're actually pretty clever about it too. I think Tico figured out that one. He's not too sure why I've not put it into practice yet, because he's showing me clearly how to win the lottery. So we do have some fun with some of those. Definitely we've got the collaboration as well. And those ones are a lot of fun. We have the educational, you know, what you need to know before you buy a parrot. We put out one about it's a scam. How do these parrot scams work? We try to be topical. Part of the channel is to educate, but my goal is to put out at least one of the scripted videos a month. I mean, in December, you got one every single week, a bit of a Christmas special, a bit of a Birdmas special. But that was a lot of time. Yeah, Tico just keeps saying hi. That's what he wants to say today. He's usually pretty quiet. And a lot of people don't hear Tico's voice. And a lot of people tell me that Tico speaks in my voice. You can tell me if you think that's true or not. Yes, Pie Girl, the informative one about scams was a lot of fun. That particular video happened when a lot of Max is out on social media, and I do protect him with copyright because there's a lot that steal Max. And, you know, if you want to use Max, contact me, have a reasonable use case, and I'll probably give you permission. But if you walk in, you steal Max's video, present it as your own, and you know your intent is nefarious, you will get a copyright strike. Maybe I'm being mean, but I think it's fair. We put a lot of work into the channel. And one thing I've found with tracking some of the copyrights, I use Rights Manager on Facebook, which does a wonderful job of finding things. Quite often, I will find one or more of the birds on sale, basically listed for sale on a scammer site. But one day I slapped up a copyright strike against a video, and I couldn't see a lot of detail. I could just see that they had stolen a recent video, and I was on a roll putting up copyright strikes, so this one just got looped in on it. It was a little bit annoying, and the person who got the copyright strike was a little bit upset. Rightfully so. They just posted a video of what they believed was their brand new bird that was sent to them by their breeder or whoever was selling them the bird. And they looked and went, who's this Max the Moluccan? And they went to my page and they looked at the page and they saw the chair and all the videos of Max. And I mean, you watch the page, you can probably recognize Max's patio, Max's live stream chair, Max's cozy chair, Tico's perch, cages. There's a lot of things that you're going to recognize. And she realized pretty quickly that, and she contacted me. And she was a little bit perturbed that I believe that the other site was calling Max Feathers. I'd have to rewatch the video to be sure. But Feathers was supposed to be in the middle of being shipped to her. She just bought Feathers. And she paid for the shipping, and she had a flight manifest, and we talked a little bit back and forth. I felt terrible for her because it's pretty clear to me she'd just gotten scammed. She was coming to the realization pretty quickly, and she said, well, look, he's supposed to be on this flight, and she shared with me a screen clip. So I used to work for an airline. It's not a big stretch for me to take a look what's coming into an airport, even on non-commercial flights. Showed her that there was no such flight, and she looked and went, oh. And really, really nice lady. She was a little bit heartbroken that Feathers was definitely not coming to live with her. And she did try to go after the miscreant who had scammed her, and I helped out with that, providing evidence from my end as much as I could. Because face it, you're trying to scam somebody with a bird, you have whatever's coming to you. But a lot of these people do operate from out of country. A lot of them operate on monetary systems that cannot be tracked. Hey, send me a PayPal, but send it personal. Well, you know what? If it's personal, you really can't make a claim on that saying you didn't get the goods or anything because you said you were sending it to friends and family. It's uninsured. But there's quite a few ways that you can send money where it cannot be properly tracked, or you have no way of claiming it back when a fraud occurs. So we actually explored a little bit about this, and the lady who'd been scammed with Feathers was super cool about sharing her screenshots, her chats, and I started digging. I work in risk compliance and cybersecurity, so it was not a big stretch for me to dig into the sites and look for all of the signs that this was a scam, that there was some sort of phishing going on. And it was actually kind of fun digging into this. So I documented everything I could find and put it together in the video. Talked to a few other people who wanted to remain nameless on the video, but who have been scammed before, just to get the understanding of how the scam fully works. And it's not just the couple $100 you send for the bird and the amount you pay for shipping. It's the shipping company needs to feed the bird, he's trapped in an airport overnight, he's really hungry, you gotta send $50 for that. They tried to deliver, they must have had the wrong address, they need to redeliver, they need a new crate, whatever it might be. They'll nickel and dime you to death because you've already invested a few $100s and your heartstrings are being pulled. What's another $50? What's another $100? And you just keep handing over the money until you sort of get looped in for a few thousand. And it can happen very quickly and very easily. So that video goes through the evidence, shows various bits and pieces on the sites, shows how shipping website was cloned up and what some of the tip-offs are. So we had some fun doing that, but it was really meant as educational. On Facebook, quite often, I'm a member of quite a few parrot groups on Facebook, and people will say, I found this bird, does anybody know about this company? And I take a quick look and I can smell scam 10 meters away. Occasionally I'll look and say, yeah, they've actually stolen a picture of me or a picture of somebody I know. And I mean, if it's Einstein or, you know, another flocker that I know, I'll reach out to them and say, hey, you know, please toss up copyright strike. I'll walk you through the process if you need a hand. Einstein's pretty good at doing that. And I know Marcia does that with other people as well. Anytime we catch a scam, we try to shut it down. But, you know, it really is playing whack-a-mole. But if we spot a scam site that has multiple birds and we recognize those birds, we will reach out to those bird accounts and say, hey, there's a problem. Because nobody wants their bird used in a scam. Nobody wants to see their bird listed for sale, just to profit somebody who's going to break the heart of somebody who wants a parrot. And these kind of scams, I think it's really fair to point out, it doesn't just happen with birds. It does not just happen with exotics. It happens with dogs, it happens with cats, it happens with all sorts of animals, and also all sorts of other products. The scammers are out there, they want money, they're gonna get money, and they are very good at separating you from your money before you realize what's happening. So while we've never been caught in a scam ourselves, we have been caught up when our images and videos have been leveraged by a scammer to pretend that they are being realistic. So that's what that video is all about. It was a lot of fun to put together. It took a few hours to put together, but it made me feel good. And I know the lady who was expecting feathers felt kind of good that, yes, it sucked what happened to her, but her experience, we were able to use it and leverage it for good. You know, her experience sucked, but she's probably saved a few hundred people from falling to the same scam. I've seen people on Facebook saying, I'm getting this bird, I'm ordering from here, isn't he cute? And 5 or 6 people pop up saying it's a scam. She says, no, it's not. You know, this person just, you know, they're in Grand Prairie and they were going to drive down the bird. They're giving them to me for free. All I have to pay is shipping. And you sort of start taking a bit of a look. There's a whole bunch of telltales. You send them something like this and they look and they go, wait a minute, that's the same shipping company they wanted to use for me. There's something wrong here. And you've just saved somebody heartbreak and some money. So kind of cool. So we definitely try for some of the educational, and educational is not just about how to get a bird or how to protect yourself from a scam. Who would have ever thought that a parrot channel would have a cybersecurity video on it? But, you know, but it's also how to feed birds, how to train them, how to provide foraging opportunities. You know, how to live with them and how to ensure that you are giving that parrot the best chance. So there's a lot that happens, and we certainly can talk about it for hours. And Tico's actually being pretty good, even though I'm chatting away in the background. And he's being a little bit shy, a little bit quiet. Tico does not play the same way that Max does, as you're probably noticing. They're both very, very different birds. Yeah, they're done. Sue, a lot of channels are watermarking videos themselves. I sometimes find it a little bit frustrating to see a watermark right on a video. I've chosen so far to go with videos that are not watermarked, but utilize things like Right Manager to protect my copyright. And that's been working out relatively well. But you know what's really cool? A lot of people out there, when they see one of the flock being used, they'll let me know. I've gotten, you know, I've had sometimes 5 or 6 people send me a copy of a video and a link saying, are you aware this one's being used?
couple of cases, yes, I've given permission. A couple of cases, I've licensed the video. There's a few videos out there, such as one of Max and Q in a pet store with Max and Q barking to each other that has gone really popular and it's been licensed out. You don't get a lot for licensing out the videos, but it is kind of cool to share the flock with the rest of the world. What are you doing, Tico? You can't climb down. Turn around. You have a whole box of toys. Thank you. Yes, Tico does understand English quite well. He's beginning to get a little bit bored by the looks of him. You can go poop there if you need to. Go poop. It's okay, you can go poop. Keep your tail over the paper though. Can you go poop? Tico. Tico. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Fluttery wings. Yeah. Well, Tico, you've been super good today about hanging out on a live stream. Did you know you got your very first live stream, buddy? Yeah? Yeah? So I think Tico's telling me, though, that it's time to end the live stream. He's moving around. He's looking like he's got ants in his pants. And I've got a bit of a fun idea here for exiting the live stream. There might be a flight involved. I'm hoping not. But guys, I think we're going to end off this live stream. I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out with me. Remember, if you're watching, make sure you toss up a comment in the chat, even after the fact, and you will be entered in on our draw for the magnets. So if you want 2 entries, comment on both of our live streams from today. Tico, would you like to climb out of here? Yeah? Time to climb? Uh-oh. Woo! And we're out. Thanks, guys. Where